They say the desert is a graveyard of empires, but some things buried here were never meant to be part of human history. The heat is a physical weight, pressing down on the soul. Somewhere beneath this suffocating gold lies a truth that defies logic. Elias could feel it, a pull, a rhythmic vibration humming through the soles of his boots. The sand was breathing. There at the edge of the world, the earth had cracked open, a dark crevice leading into a throat of stone. Sarah didn't hesitate. She always looked for the light, never realizing that some lights are designed to lure you into the dark. The descent was a transition into another reality. The air grew cold, smelling of ancient ozone and something disturbingly organic. The walls weren't etched with the stories of pharaohs. These were impossible geometries, glowing with a soft, sickly luminescence. They reached the heart of the structure, a chamber so vast that their flashlights couldn't find the ceiling, a void within the earth. In the center stood an altar of obsidian. It sat there like a tooth in a dark mouth, waiting for something to bite. Sarah reached out. Curiosity is a dangerous virtue when you are standing in a place that has been forgotten by God. As her fingers touched the glass, the silence died. The symbols on the walls flared, turning from a soft glow to a violent, bloody red. Then came the sound. Not a scream, but a chorus of whispers. 1,000 voices speaking a language that tasted like iron and ash. The shadows began to detach themselves. They didn't move with the light. They moved with a hunger of their own. Sarah called out, her voice thin and fragile. She stepped back into the gloom, and the darkness simply folded around her. Elias screamed her name, but the pyramid swallowed the sound. The echo that came back was wrong. It sounded like a laugh. He was alone. Or worse, he was being watched by the very stone that surrounded him. The walls were wet now, weeping black fluid. He found her in a corridor that shouldn't have been there. She was standing still, her back to him, staring into the infinite dark. When she turned, the Sarah he knew was gone. Her face was a mask of stretched skin, her eyes replaced by those burning symbols. The floor beneath them didn't just crack, it dissolved. Something was rising, something that had never seen the sun. The entity was a nightmare of obsidian and light. It moved in staccato bursts, a glitch in the fabric of the world. The pyramid was no longer a tomb, it was a digestive tract. The ceiling began to groan under the weight of the desert above. Sand flooded the air, stinging his eyes, filling his lungs. The desert was reclaiming what it had hidden for eons. He was cornered. The entity loomed over him, its shadow stretching across the sand like a stain that could never be washed away. In those final moments, Elias looked into the entity's eyes. He didn't see death, he saw a terrifying cosmic perspective. The camera of his mind zoomed out. He saw his own eye reflecting the desert, and then he saw the desert's eye. The realization hit him harder than the collapsing stone. He wasn't an explorer who had found a pyramid, he was a memory. A fragment of a life long since consumed, being replayed and digested by the sand. The whispers reached a deafening crescendo. The pyramid was full. The hunger was satisfied for another century. Out in the vast dunes, the wind wiped the slate clean. No crevice, no camera, no footprint remained. Remember, the desert doesn't just hold secrets, it keeps them. And eventually it becomes them. The sand remembers.